Good morning. This is Professor Asif Iqbal Mullah. So, in today's session, we are going to discuss small signal half wave rectifiers. Okay, so in a previous session, we discussed DAC and ADC. So, here we are going to discuss the half wave rectifiers for small signal, right? As we know that the diode we are using for rectification operation, so here we already learned and studied that diodes which we are utilizing for half wave rectification. So here you can see so here we have a diode, right? So connected as a half wave rectifier. So we know that you already studied that if you apply a full cycle as an input here, so across load you will get only positive half cycle, so negative half cycle here is clipped off, right? So for only positive half cycle the diode is forward bias, this diode is forward bias, where for the negative half cycle the diode is reverse bias, hence it is a open circuit, so you will not get any output voltage across the load for during the negative half cycle. Okay, all right. So here we studied that the diode become forward bias for positive half cycle, or we can say when you apply some positive signal here and negative signal here, or in other words you can say that to the anode if you apply more voltage than the cathode. What amount of the more voltage than the cathode? That is 0.7 volt. At least 0.7 positive 0.7 voltage you need to apply here to make diode forward bias, right? So if you apply the small signal as a input to this rectifier, we say small signal here, say a peak to peak is 200 millivolt. Peak to peak 200 millivolt means upper positive 100 milli, right? This lower negative 100 milli, right? Means here we are going to apply if we are going to apply, right, positive voltage up to 100 milli, negative voltage up to minus 100 milli, right? So if you apply this signal here, right, diode will not be forward bias at all. So whether it is in during a positive half cycle or during the negative, this positive half cycle or during the negative half cycle, you will get the output voltage 0 only here. You will get a output voltage here 0 volt, right? Why? Because you see for a positive 100 milli voltage the diode will not be forward bias, hence it is open circuited. When it is open circuited there is no current flow, hence there is no voltage across the load during the positive half cycle. And during the negative half cycle, since it is negative voltage, right, which is we applied to the this diode, means anode is negative, cathode is positive for the negative half cycle. So therefore again the diode is not forward bias for the negative half cycle also. So therefore, so output voltage here for both is 0 volt. It will not rectify the signal, the small signal which is in a millivolt, which is in millivolt. For that we see 100 milli to minus 100 milli at least. So positive voltage, at least to make rectification, to make diode forward bias, we need at least 0.7 volt here, right? So therefore, so here we are studying about a rectifier which we can use for a rectification of small signal which is in millivolt, right? For this you can see here a circuit we have, which is we are utilizing to rectify the signal which is input signal which is in milli, which is in very small, right? So that small signal easily we can rectify by using op amp with a diode D1 here, right? So here you can see here we are applying input voltage peak to peak 100 milli, 200 milli, positive 100 milli and negative 100 milli, peak to peak 200 milli. What happened here you can see, so during the positive half cycle, right? So during the positive half cycle, when you applied the positive half cycle here, right? So the output here, right? So initially the output here, see, or you can say take it initially, say 0 volt you applied here. For the 0 volt here, right, the output is 0 volt. When the output is 0 volt here, you can see the anode is 0 here for the diode D1, right? For a 0 input you will get 0 output. Anode is 0, right? And cathode, you see the cathode which is connected to the negative terminal, and negative terminal we know that these two terminal are virtually connected. So therefore here 0 volt means here is also a 0 volt. So 0 volt here, 0 volt here, diode will be reverse bias. Hence the diode will open circuit. Since the diode will open circuit, the output voltage here you will get a 0, right? The output voltage here which you will get a 0 volt, right? So when you apply, right, when you apply here say around 1 milli volt, say around you applied 1 milli volt here. So you see for 1 milli volt if you apply here, the gain of the op amp usually is very high, open loop gain, because it is open here. There is no feedback connection here initially because the diode is here. Diode is not forward bias. So therefore it is open. It is not a closed loop circuit initially. It is open loop circuit because diode will be there here. Output is not connected to input, right? Okay, so therefore it is, since it is open loop circuit, right, for 1 millivolt applied signal here, you will get here, suppose say the open loop gain usually very high, right? We know that. So assume that the open loop gain is here 20,000. Usually it is in 10,000, 20,000, like that it is 1 mega. So assume that it is 20,000. So suppose say if it is 20,000, the 1 millivolt, right? 1 milli, assume that not 20,000, you take it 10,000. This 1 millivolt, 10,000 gain, 1 millivolt is a input, 1 milli into 10,000, you will get here 10 volt at the output, right? So since the anode become 10 volt at the input to the of the diode, right? Anode become 10 volt at the anode, right, at the output of the op amp, which is at the anode, and cathode is, you see, connected here, which is a 1 milli you apply. This is 1 milli. The anode is 10 volt. So anode is greater than the cathode, right? So of a voltage 10 minus 1 millivolt, it's approximately 10 volt. 10 volt is applied to the anode, that is positive. 10 volt is applied to the diode D1, hence the diode D1 will become forward bias. So since the diode is forward bias, what happened, this diode will be short circuit, this point will be short circuit. When it is a short circuit, right, replace this diode with the short circuit, you see that this whole circuit will be like a voltage follower, right. Since the whole circuit is like a voltage follower, right, whole circuit is a voltage follower, right. So we know that in the voltage follower, applied input is equal to output, means output is equal to applied input. So for 1 millivolt you will get here 10 volt, which makes diode forward bias. When diode become forward bias, the output voltage here is whatever here, the same thing. So 1 millivolt you will get 1 millivolt here, right. Like that, if you apply 2 millivolt, right, for the 10,000 gain you will get a 20 volt here. So since you will not get a 20 volt, right, the maximum positive voltage you will get a plus 15 volt, which is the op amp is get saturated. This plus 15 volt make the diode is to be again forward bias, right. The output gets saturated if you apply 2 millivolt, right. Hence the diode again forward bias. So for the 2 millivolt you will get a 2 millivolt. Like that, for the 3 millivolt you will get here not 30 volt, right, you will get a plus 15 volt, which is saturated output. Diode is forward bias, hence it will act as a voltage follower. 3 millivolt you will get a 3 millivolt. For 4 millivolt you will get a output 4 millivolt. For 5 millivolt you will get a output 5 millivolt. For 100 millivolt you will get a output 100 millivolt. Hence we can say that you will get a positive half cycle at the output, positive half cycle at the output. So it is 1 millivolt is enough, approximately 1 millivolt is enough, or we can say 0.07 millivolt is enough to make the diode is to be forward bias here, right, which gives you here 0.7 volt, right. Hence during the positive half cycle it is forward bias, right. In a similar way, when you apply the negative half cycle, you see, when you apply the negative half cycle, suppose say here will be minus 1 millivolt. This minus 1 millivolt causes here minus 10 volt. Since anode is get a negative here, right, so the diode is reverse bias. So therefore for minus 1 millivolt the diode is reverse bias, it is open circuited. When it is open circuited, the output voltage you will get is here 0. You will not get the output voltage here, right. So for minus 2 millivolt is also, it is reverse bias, because you will get here minus 20 volt, which is get saturated to minus 15 volt after minus 15 volt, right. So therefore the output is, this diode D1 is open circuited, right, it is reverse bias, hence there is no output voltage. Hence for the output, for the input signal minus 1 millivolt, approximately minus 1 millivolt, from we will consider from this minus 0.07 millivolt to minus 100 millivolt, diode is reverse bias only, right. So therefore the output is 0 only, so you will not get the output because the diode D1 is off, it is a reverse bias. So hence the diode D1 only on here during the positive half cycle, you will get a positive half cycle. During the negative half cycle, diode D1 is off, you will not get the output here. So if you connect the diode in the reverse direction, right, so we will get a reverse waveform here. During the positive half cycle, we know that this will be positive, hence the cathode is positive, anode is negative. The diode is the cathode is positive here, since the cathode will be high voltage here, right. So therefore So diode here is reverse bias for a positive half cycle, hence it is open circuited, and you will not get any output for the positive half cycle. For the negative half cycle, right? So for the negative half cycle, since this will be the negative, here you will get at the cathode, right? Hence the anode voltage which is connected here, suppose say here minus 1 milli you applied, so you will get here minus 10 volt. When you get the minus 10 volt here, and here you applied is minus 1 millivolt, you see it is connected, virtually connected here, this minus 1 volt 1 millivolt here, minus 10 volt here. So therefore the anode is greater than the cathode, right, when you applied here minus volt, right, and this diode will be forward bias during a negative half cycle. For minus 1 milli, for minus 2 milli, for minus 3 milli, all you can see the anode is more, right, it's more it is, and cathode is less, right, means more negative, cathode is more negative, anode is less negative. So therefore anode is greater than the cathode for the negative half cycle, hence the diode is forward bias, and we can say that, right, during the negative half cycle it will act as a voltage follower, hence whatever the negative half cycle here you applied, the same negative half cycle you will get here. For positive half cycle it is reverse bias, you will not get a positive half cycle. In a similar fashion, yet another negative half wave rectifier is shown in figure 8.27. So here we have one more negative half wave rectifier we have to study here. This is a negative half wave rectifier we utilize to avoid the saturation problem in a previous circuitry, right, which increases the response time. So to decrease the response time, to minimize the response time, we are using this one more circuit, which is one more half wave rectifier, which using two diodes here, diode D1 and D2. Here with here we are using a inverting amplifier here, right. So the saturation problem which we are getting in previous rectifiers are, you can see this rectifier where we are getting the output for only negative half cycle. So here you can clearly observe that when we apply initially this positive half cycle, so output goes to positive saturation. When output goes to positive saturation, we studied that diode D1 is reverse bias. Since it is reverse bias, output remains in positive saturation till you apply negative half cycle. When you apply negative half cycle, right, so output goes from positive saturation to negative saturation. Then diode D1 become forward bias, and you will get a output across RL, that is output voltage, which is negative half cycle. But the thing is here, when you change from positive half cycle to negative half cycle at the input, so output which is in positive saturation here will not suddenly goes to the negative saturation. It requires a time, that is a response time, right. So that is switching time from positive saturation to negative saturation. That time, that will not go from positive to negative soon. So if it is not go to positive to negative soon, diode D1 for some time will not become forward bias, right. So therefore the output for some value of voltage, initial value of voltage at the negative cycle, we are not getting the output here. So therefore output shape is little destroyed here, right. So we will not get proper negative output. So this, or we can say that the output we are getting at the negative is take a little time. So to avoid that saturation problem, we using this circuitry where we are using two diode D1 and D2, right. In this diode we'll see here during a positive half cycle. So when you apply the positive half cycle, since it is inverting amplifier, the output V0 dash here which is negative saturated. So since it is negative saturated, clearly here you can see which is negative saturation output is applying to the going to the cathode of D1 and anode of D2. So therefore D2 is reverse bias, right? It is open circuited, right? There is no connection here. So therefore and diode D1 is a forward bias. So therefore, so since diode D1 is forward bias here, so it is exactly diode D1 is forward bias. You can see here RF is equal to R1 here. This R1 and RF both are same. So therefore gain which is equal to minus RF by R1 for the inverting amplifier is equal to minus 1. So therefore whatever you applied here, that is positive cycle, same thing you will get at the output, which you see clearly here the output we are not taking here, output we are taking here. So therefore, so whatever you applied here, the same thing we will get here, but it is in inverted, which is in inverted form, because the gain is minus 1. The gain is minus 1 because RF is equal to R1. So for inverting amplifier the gain is minus RF by R1. So therefore for positive half cycle we are getting negative half cycle, right? So when you give negative half cycle, what happened when you applied the negative half cycle, the output is positive saturated. See, the output is, since output is positive saturated here, right? In a previous diagram we see that for this where we are not getting output at the or we can see when you are applying negative half cycle here, you will get a positive saturation here. This positive saturation makes the D1 to off, makes the D1 to reverse bias and D2 to forward bias. When D1 is a reverse bias, this is open circuited, hence the output voltage which you are getting is nothing, 0 here. But at the same time, when you are not getting the output, but output is not remain to positive saturation, because diode D2 is, since this is positive saturated, so here diode D2 is a forward bias. Since the diode D2 is a forward bias, right? So here the voltage is whatever the applied voltage here, the same as the voltage here at the V0 dash, which is not equal to positive saturation. So therefore during a negative half cycle, the output not remains here output not remains means output of the op amp not remains positive saturated, right? So therefore the output, the actual output which we are taking here is a 0. And when you are shifting from negative half cycle to positive half cycle, right, then the output here, the output of the op amp does not require to go from positive saturation to negative saturation, because the negative saturation, because the positive saturation will not remain here due to D2, right, which makes and which reduce the time to going from positive saturation to negative saturation when you switch from negative half cycle to positive half cycle. This is how we avoid the saturation problem here. And one more thing you will carefully see here in this circuit, the output, actually this output which we are taking here, right? And this you can see this circuit is giving for positive half cycle a negative half cycle. For negative half cycle it is giving output 0, and for again positive half cycle giving a negative half cycle. So if you require D1 connected, anode of D1 is connected this side and cathode is that side, so D2 is also connected in reverse direction, then you will get for positive half cycle you will get nothing here, 0, and for negative half cycle you will get a positive half cycle here, and for this again for this positive half cycle you will get a nothing here. So this is about modified circuit, so which minimizes the response time to avoid the saturation problem, right? So we'll continue this session. We'll continue our next topic in next session. Till then, take care. Bye bye.